Budget cuts impacting Alzheimer's research, and it's happening here in East Tennessee.
Tennessee Memory Disorders Foundation and Clinic has been undergoing clinical trials, but they say federal cuts have made it harder to help families in our region.
Let's get to our Evan Lasik. He's joining us here. Evan, you spoke with the folks at the nonprofit about the impact, what kind of impact these cuts can have.
Yeah, Ted, Brittany, the Tennessee Memory Disorders Foundation and Clinic is working on a drug that hopefully helps limit the progression of the disease. They say through these budget cuts, they had to turn to community support to make sure these trials could go on.
Yes, we've had tremendous funding cuts in Alzheimer's research and Alzheimer's training, so some of the funding has disappeared for certain fields, particularly the dementia fields.
Dr. Monica Crane with the Tennessee Memory Disorder Foundation and Clinic, leading clinical trials in East Tennessee for a drug to help treat Alzheimer's and dementia. The clinic, however, dealing with federal budget cuts that have been impacting the work they do.
We're very fortunate, and we have wonderful support from our community to help pay for the trials and for the staffing for the clinical trials.
The executive director of the nonprofit, Celia Gruzalski, saying people have been spending more money for tests and treatment.
One of the tests that we recommend to patients is no longer being covered, and out of pocket it's pretty exorbitant. Some people certainly are willing and able to cover it out of pocket, but not everyone is.
Gruzalski says the cuts impact the families who are involved.
If you ever have a loved one who is suffering or you want an answer about what's going on, you certainly don't want to wait, and you certainly don't want to have finances be a reason that you can't do it.
Gruzalski says there is no Alzheimer's clinics in a 250-mile radius of Knoxville, meaning so many people come here for help and treatment. She says this community has been stepping up to help them.
The support that we need, to keep doing those is a bigger type of support financially, and we love when people learn about what we're doing and they show up for us.
And they've been hard at work, doing more fundraisers and getting more assistance to keep helping the community.
So our hope is that we can raise funding for that ourselves and do it ourselves. So I think that's the hope. As a nonprofit, we've been able to raise money to support our early onset care, and I think that is so critical to East Tennesseans. So
Dr. Crane adds that they are hoping more doctors will get into this field to meet the demand of patients that they have. The clinic says they will continue to operate with community support and providing the best possible research and treatment they can despite the cuts.
Evan, thank you.